Hey y'all, I am beet red from for real. I just got back from the gym. My voice is still so bad. It's, again, I keep saying it. It's just the allergy thing. I wish it would go away. The sinus pressure stuff, it's just, I wish it would go away, but it's not. So still nutty potting and all that stuff. I also wanted to tell you, if you follow or haven't followed our like family vlog channel, David posted a video of my Austin teaching trip. He wanted to do like a vlog style for that. So I'll put that link in this description. And I have notes because I need to stay on track and not make this like 45 minutes long. I have a huge announcement for today. I need you to know that this announcement, this transition that I am making was not without months and months of prayer and thought and wise counsel, talking to people, some of you actually, some people on Patreon that I've been able to get to know a little better. So I had some feedback from actual patrons, and so this is not something that I'm doing on a whim. It's something that I think is going to be awesome and wonderful, but it's change, and I don't like change. That's the truth. I don't like change. Please forgive me. I'm like so sweaty. I'm so sweaty from working out. So I want to tell you the backstory first. Backstory for anyone who is a new patron or who hasn't heard the story yet. And if you have heard the story, I'm really, really sorry. Way back when, I think it was 2016? I think it was 2016. I was doing photography, and my husband had left his job to pursue full-time ministry, and we lived in an old church, and we didn't have to pay much money for rent. We paid like $150 to live where we were living each month, which was nothing. It was barely anything. So we didn't really have to make much money. And so I had this choice, this decision where my videos on YouTube were getting more attention than my photography here in town. And I thought, well, maybe I can make a business out of, you know, doing videos. And so I kind of put photography aside, although my photography was growing. It was growing, and I do want to mention that because I did, that was a sacrifice for me to put aside my love for photography to do the videos, but I felt like it was the right thing to do at the time. So I did it, and then I started Patreon because I knew that obviously we weren't going to live into a $150 a month place forever, and so I got a Patreon. And that is what started me becoming basically the breadwinner for my home. So David was still in, you know, doing House of Prayer, and I told him, I said, I will do this because I know that you're focused on building right now. You're building something, and you need the pressure off you because it's important that you're able to put all your attention towards that. So we did that. I have been in that role, and now we live in an apartment, significantly higher rent. Like very high. And for us, you know, like we had a lower mortgage when we had our home, and I'm not complaining, I'm just telling you how it is. So I've had that pressure on me for a while now. And back in February of this year, I had a heart-to-heart with Dave and just told him that mentally, and there's actually a couple of you who have kind of noticed some things, that I was tired and fatigued, and that you could tell like mentally I wasn't probably in the healthy state. I've had to make lots of adjustments. For instance, I had a zine tier, I took the zine tier away. I had a hangout tier, I took the hangout tier away, because it was this big like what would work, what can I do to make income, what's making me tired, what's wearing me out, whatever. Because I mean, a lot of people think that like creators, they just create all day, and it's not. You're like hustling, figuring out what kind of, you know, content to put out on all your social media platforms and, you know, everything. And I can't keep up with it all. I just can't. Especially, well, I'll get to that in a second. So anyway, I had a heart-to-heart with my husband, and I told him this February, I said, I need this pressure lifted off of me because it is unhealthy for me. Mentally, I'm feeling a bit weak, and if you know anything about my past, I have struggled with mental illness, and I'm not ashamed to say that. I know where my limitations are, and I really feel like it's kind of time for me to get a break. I told him that in February of this year, and I said, you have a year that I need to be completely relieved of the pressure of being the majority portion of like our finances and stuff. And he agreed. He's like, absolutely. I mean, you know, he agreed with me that that was definitely a role that he's ready to take back now, because he's built for, you know, 4 years for their house of prayer. And so anyway, that was in February. I have been so thankful for Patreon. This is where I'm gonna cry. And all the support I've had through the years from everybody. But I want to announce that I'm leaving Patreon because I can't really, right now I can't really handle the pressure of delivering the content week after week. And I know a lot of people won't understand, and I know a lot of people will understand, because a lot of you have seen me working very hard the last couple years, you know, for Patreon, about 2.5 years, and then, you know, that on YouTube too before that. So January is my last month of Patreon, and I wanted to tell everybody sooner than later. And I knew my fear was if I told people too soon that everyone would leave and we'd be in big trouble financially. But at the same time, I wanted to honor everyone, because I know that with Patreon, you know, I'm closing the page down. So I also wanted to give you guys enough time to go through and save to a private playlist like the videos that you've enjoyed, because I'm not taking them off to YouTube, to download all the printables if you haven't yet, and things like that. So it was a really weird, like a fine line of telling people too early and then not giving people enough time, because I don't feel like that's right either. So January is my last month of Patreon. I have learned so much from this experience. I've learned my limitations. I've learned so much from this, and I just can't thank all the people. Like, there's some of y'all who've been here from the very beginning. Some of y'all have been here from the very beginning, and I just can't thank you enough. You've helped us so much, and I know you've gotten some things in return, but I'm just so thankful for all of you. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I think this is the right move, because it's, again, that pressure of feeling like I have daily deadlines that is kind of bringing a lot of fatigue to me mentally and kind of crippling my creativity. So I think this is a move that's going to actually be, in the long run, it's going to be more beneficial for everyone. It's just really scary though, because it's such a huge part of our financial, you know, budget, and it's going. So I really do believe that this will give me an opportunity for more growth. Something that I've been thinking about these last months, this last year almost. I mean, it's been almost a year. February will be a year. It's coming right up. But what I've been thinking about is intentionality and like connection. Being intentional about connection, like even that too. What this looks like for me going forward, because I'm not just like poofing off the face of the earth, okay? I'm still contributing to the finances, like I still want to do that, but the pressure just has to be lifted at this time. And it's something that has had to be lifted for a long time, but I gave my husband like a year because I wanted to give as much time as I could. So it's been really hard balancing everything. And I'll add this in here now, even with the growth of our ministry, I'm over how many worship leaders now? 1, 2, 3, 4 worship leaders now, like all sorts of different teams, people that need equipping. So like today I did a guitar lesson and taught some theory to a girl in our house of prayer because she needed it and she wanted to learn. And so like there's other aspects to me, Allie, as a person that I can't give my time to because Patreon, there's so much that I'm doing on Patreon. I want to sing, I want to write music. Like, I can sing, I can play guitar, I can write music. That I feel like is a gift that's not really getting much time right now. I like doing paper craft stuff. As much as I love journaling and doing art, I like paper crafting and scrapbooking stuff. I want to do my photography again. There's so much that I want to do, and I'm just taking a month off completely in February just to like really get quiet and pray and figure out what is it, how can all of this fit, but still take care of my boys first and their school and education, because I homeschool them and there's so much work I got to catch up on, grading and stuff. And then the other thing is, you know, my ministry, and then how does this all come into it as well. So what it looks like for me going forward is online classes, which I've been talking about for like a year, y'all. You know that. I have 2 things on my website right now, but that's not my vision. My vision is to have more journal bundles. The new classes that are coming out that were not on Patreon are going to be the I Am a Scribe class, which is like a one-stop shop for anybody who likes the hybrid journaling stuff. Lines Less Taken, which is the expressionism abstract class, and then Joy Notes is another one that I'm doing. So those are the classes that will be online. I want to do in-person workshops. I love, love, love connecting with people in person as well. I may be an introvert, but I care deeply about people who allow me to come into their life and to listen to me, to share with them. So, I mean, I know there's several of you that I've been able to meet in person. Shar, Diane, Amanda, Kim. I mean, I think I've met even more of y'all. Yeah, and even Kaylin and Rachel and Samantha. Like, I've met y'all in person, and I love the in-person connection. That is so important to me. I also have a bunch of products that I want to release that I think would be really fun, and you know, those things don't get my attention because sorry about the crazy. Basically, those things don't get my attention because I have every single week I'm having to deliver content on Patreon. So much has been provided through this avenue. I feel like for me, in order to grow even further, I do need to step back from that platform and to even have the opportunity to try. I'm not like bored or anything, it's the pressure of constantly providing content. That's why I was so incredibly thankful for giving me this month off. And I know my husband was like, are you sure you want to take December pretty much off if you're leaving? I was like, yeah, because they want to give it to me, and I've been waiting for a long time to like have a break. And so this has been such a great thing for me to have. I have so many ideas. There's this thing I want to do with Bible verses, and I mean, I have so many ideas rolling in my head just because I had the time to sit with myself. In-person workshops, online classes, products that I want to develop, those are all things. Now, I do have another, I didn't get a green light to say anything, but come February, there is something extremely cool happening. It's already done. I'll just say it's a project. I collaborated with a pretty big company. I wish I could tell you, but I can't. I'm sorry. As I asked last night, I was like, can I say anything? They're like, no, not yet. And I'm like, bummer, I thought I could say something. All I can say is that I collaborated with a pretty big company and that something very fun is coming out in February. So that's all I can say. I'm very excited about it. I worked really hard. All of October, I worked my rear end off to continue to be true to my promises for Patreon and also to do this extra stuff. It was nuts. It was nuts, nuts, nuts. But I cannot wait to share with you. I'm gonna miss the engagement that I have had here on Patreon. This is my plan. The private Facebook group is gonna become public, so anybody can join, so I can still engage with you there. I'm very excited. I plan on doing a couple short lives a week. I'm gonna say one a week just to make sure, like, I don't wanna overbook myself, but like I do wanna have some lives. YouTube, I am only planning on doing like reviews and stuff on YouTube if I get like a new product or something, and then I'm going to focus the majority of like tutorials and like how-tos and that kind of thing are going to be more like online classes and in-person in-person workshops. If you really want to get any like updates and news, it's so important because I'm going to be doing my newsletter again, and it's not going to be spammy because ain't nobody got time to do spam, for me anyway. I don't have another person that can do that. I have to do everything myself. So if you want like updates of new things coming, new classes, new products, anything like that, then you can join my love notes on my website. So I'm really going to be focusing on building my website. And I tinkered with the idea of doing like basically having my own membership behind my website. There's a thing called My Member Space, and it's a subscription thing again. But after doing another business consultation, she advised me to not do any subscription, anything, service if I'm by myself. Get messy, there's a team working around that subscription-based service, and it's hard. Like even Kaylee's like, man, it's hard, and they have a whole team, you know, that works and provides content and stuff. So I really think I need to stay away from that, but just that way I have the opportunity, like if I need a week to just, you know, get new ideas or create for me or develop a product, I really need that time right now. The ministry's growing. My time has to be there for when I need to be there, and then of course my boys, they're my preciouses, and I've got to help them. So I don't know if this is making any sense. I'm excited. It's so weird because it's been such a part of my life for 2.5 years, Patreon has, and just the relationships and the support, and I can't tell you how terrified I am. I'm so terrified, but I feel like this is a move of faith that I need to do because it's a huge pay cut, people. Like, it is huge. I'm trying not to freak out, but I have to do what I feel is right for my family, for my health, for my mental health, and I feel like this is right. And my husband is absolutely supporting me. He has been so kind to me. He's here I go again. He has just really let me know how much he appreciated my sacrifice so that he could build a good foundation of culture in our ministry, because you know, he was able to be freed up to do that. So he really has been so kind to me and appreciative about what I've done for our family, but he's happy to take the reins back to be the main income provider again. And so he's working really hard to get support for what he does, because he doesn't make a lot of money. He didn't take anything from the account for House of Prayer for 4 years. And just recently the board was like, Dave, you need a salary. So he gets, I think, like $15,000 a year or something. Anyway, he doesn't make like a ton, but we're so thankful for the little salary that he does get. And I know a lot of you, I'm just gonna put this in here because a lot of you have told me that, you know, I really don't even look at the videos, Allie, I just know your ministry and I just want to support your ministry. And if you're one of those people, there is a way you can continue to support the ministry if you would like. I'm not pressuring anybody, I'm just saying it's out there. I'm just putting it out there because I have had a lot of people tell me that. If you would be interested in that, I'm going to put my husband's email down in the description, and if you would just ping him and let him know, hey, Allie sent me over. We're looking for prayer partners as well as you know, financial partners, and really just we want a team, a good team around us for what we're doing, because things are like growing in San Antonio. We're so excited for the House of Prayer, for the unity that we're seeing. We're seeing so many cool things, the miracles we're seeing. It's amazing. Just putting that out there. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm curious what y'all's thoughts are. I know that all of you care about me, or you wouldn't be here. And I know you care for me as a person and not just for what I provide you, because all of y'all have been so kind. And so I know that if you would have a peek into my mind and see the pressures that I feel, and I've tried everything. This is kind of the only thing I know to do to kind of relieve that pressure. But I know that you would be happy for me. I really believe that. If not, then I'm really so sorry if I have hurt anyone or disappointed anyone. That's never my intention to do. I'm actually excited for the growth. I'm so excited going back to the intentionality, the outlines that I have for my classes, like really intentional classes. I have taken a few online classes. Honestly, I'm not really even looking. I was kind of doing some research, you know, what is it called? Like basically research and development or something. Not even so much listening to the art techniques, but watching the teachers and listening to the teachers and like, okay, that teacher does this and this teacher does this. What kind of teacher do I want to be? You know, I've only done one like official class, which is Plan Your Piece. And if anybody has ever taken that, hopefully you can give me some good feedback on what you feel. I've gotten some good feedback so far. I haven't had anything negative so far. That class is actually going on sale the end of this month. So I'm very excited to be offering that cheaper for folks. I've always loved to share. It's just my sharing's it's just gonna be packaged a little differently. And so I hope people can understand. I hope that y'all will celebrate with me. And what I want to encourage you to do, okay? Let everybody know that you know January is the last month that people would be able to view all these videos for that amount of money. If you know anybody who's been a patron and who would like one last chance to get a ton of stuff, this would be the month to do it. January is the month to do it, because February the page will no longer be up. So please, 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 please take some time. This is Plan Your Piece coming out now. Make alarms or something on your phone and set your timer for like 15 minutes for a few days, a week, whatever you need to do, to go through and make private playlists. Please don't make them public, because if you make them public, then anybody can see them, and then it just doesn't look right, like having, you know, journal bundles over here on my website for sale and then they're just for free over here. I don't know, I feel like that's kind of wrong in some way. So if you could just make some private playlists, I'm not taking them off YouTube, put them all in there, put all 300, I don't know how many videos I have like over 200 for sure. And then download all the printables, because it will not be there February. So that's so important. It's so crazy, y'all. It is so nuts. It's very surreal that I'm telling this to you right now, because we kind of made this decision. We made it back in February. We knew that I was going to be leaving, and so it's been so weird just kind of knowing this is going to happen, but feeling like I couldn't say anything because I was afraid that people were just gonna abandon me, and then I would be in bad poo-poo financially. So I needed that time so that David could get to a place where, I mean, it's gonna be extremely tight, but I think we'll be okay. And I also am going to be doing my photography again, which I'm so excited about. I'm so excited. That is something that I've been missing, and so I'm going to do a limited number of shoots and see where that goes. Senior season's coming back up, and so I love working with high schoolers, and we'll see. So that's my big announcement. I'm sorry it is so long. Let me know what you think. Try to be nice to me. Try to be nice about it, because this is such a huge deal, and it's not, again, this is nothing that I just, oh, it's time, I'm leaving, peace out. Like, I'm not, this is not, I know I'm gonna grieve. I'm gonna grieve when it's all over, because it's been such a huge part of my life and my family. Like, my family has, you know, oh, mom's filming, mom's doing it, like, and I'm still gonna be filming and stuff, but like, I'll have more opportunity to explore product development and more of my music and the photography and all that stuff. So I don't know, I'm just interested in what it's gonna look like. It's still a lot up in the air for me. That's why I'm taking February completely off of everything, to just really get quiet and figure out and pray, Lord, what does this look like for me? What am I doing? Who am I? So anyway, that's pretty much it, y'all. I love you so much, and really appreciate all of you who are here now, and the ones who have been here from the beginning, who have seen all of this unfold. I'm not going anywhere. This isn't bye-bye, okay? It's not bye-bye all my beautiful friends who have given me the honor and privilege of sharing with you. It's just gonna look differently. I hope y'all understand and will celebrate with me this transition, and pray for me that I'll have peace, because it is such a big decision. It's very risky. The temptation is me to keep going because the finances are there, but that's just not healthy for me. I've had to make this decision to take care of my health. That's my huge announcement, and I hope it doesn't seem like a bummer. I swear, I promise, I have a happy announcement coming, okay? I have such a happy announcement that I can't tell yet, but it's coming, and I'll let you know when she tells me that I can say it. So that will be fun, and it will be worth the wait. I'm very excited about it. But I love y'all so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.